is SportsCenter.
All right, welcome to week 2 of SportsCenter. We've got the NBA results here from a full slate of games. Trey Pfeiffer, what do you got?
Bam! We had a great week. The Lakers and Pelicans start off the week with a great game dominated by the Lakers. The Pelicans worked to keep it close on the boards, but the Lakers pulled away, hitting 3 points from across the arc, outscoring the three-pointers made by the Pelicans by 160%. The Pelicans had it until then, but three-pointers pulled it away. Todd Richard, for a second week in a row, led the Lakers to scoring 53% of the total Lakers points. Dennis Pappas and Megan Bryant made it to the floor with nice GP percentage improvements, helping to make up for the big goose eggs turned in by Victor Rodriguez and Chris Menzel. Come on, guys, we need more out of you out there. Victor was just 0.17% away from having contributions count, and in this playoff, that can make all the difference. The Pelicans had a second week of strong ball handling by Mark Rouse and Chris Canappi, and Brad McDaniel working their way under the charts with nice GP percentage improvements. Adam Marindale hasn't found his groove yet, bringing a total of just 36 points in the first 2 games, and Nicole Millette hasn't found the net. The Pelicans are holding on to 4th place, but are almost 3,000 points behind the Lakers, who are in 3rd. Overall, great game. Congratulations to the Lakers, who after 2 games are in 3rd place with 1 loss, the 2nd in total points, and neither lost by the Spurs or Celtics to advance to 2nd. Take it, Clint.
Oh, wow, that's exciting news. I didn't have anything that well prepared. I got to tell you, my game is of 2 first-place teams undefeated going in. The Thunder must have had a game plan like the Texans, because they came out really, I mean, they kicked a lot of field goals, but they didn't put a lot of points on the board. They were doubled up by the big 3 of the Celtics. 25-04 for the Thunder, 5,035 points for the Celtics. The Celtics are in first place. They're a high-scoring powerhouse. They've got the big 3 led by Damon Webb, Ken Ellington, Jim Young. They're a well-coached team. The only thing wrong with their team, really, is that their coach fouled. This week, Jeff Bazaar put together a really disciplined attack and dominated. Trey, game 2?
Man, this was another nail-biter between the Bulls and the Spurs. The Bulls actually outscored the Spurs in field goals, but the clutch 3-point shooting led by Randy Richardson and Robert Diaz made up the difference. The Spurs are the only team of the 7 teams in the tournament that had all 7 players contributing to hitting their GP percentage. Now that's working as one, guys. Although you have to look at the total combined points, week 1 to week 2, they actually scored 28 points less. You can't get going that direction and expect to win the tournament. Competition is fierce, and the Spurs are going to have to up their game. Randy Richardson and Diaz accounted for over half the Spurs' points. We're going to have to see more in the paint from Kramer, Wendell, Porter, Juno, and Boyer this next week as the Spurs hope to overtake the first place position held by the Celtics. The Bulls were handed their 2nd defeat in just 2 weeks and are currently in last place. This team has so much talent, they need to stop passing the ball so much and just take the shot. Too many missed opportunities resulting in not enough points on the board. John Beal and Abel Martinez did not contribute this week, missing their GP percentage by fractions of a percent, and Kimberly Joseph has only a total of 92 points in the first 2 games. Donna Jones made a nice recovery, bringing over 800 points this week. The Bulls, just like the Heat, don't have a 1,000-point contributor. How's Chuck Rushing going to compensate for that and get his team out of last place?
You know what? I don't know how Chuck Rushing's going to do it, but his team needs to be as excited about doing their games as you are doing the results here, Trey.
What?
Bam! You got me a little anxious here. I wasn't ready for this today. I didn't have the whole notes like you did. But I can tell you, the last game of the week puts together 2 teams looking for their first win. The Heat, I got to tell you, they were out-drafted, but they have underperformed. And the Mavs, who at this point slid by. It all comes down to fouls. But you can't take away what the Mavs did. They're 2 players. They're big 2. Dominated by Ricky Delahousie, and Chris Iron Man Cold Stone.
That's great, Cold Stone.
Yeah, Cold Stone.
Yeah.
They dominated. The Mavs won 34-66 to 28-08. That's it from the desk here. We're back to Bristol.
Woo! Next week.